welcome back to our channel, The Common Central. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And I'm Kamakshi, this is Ruchika, and that's Himanshu.
So in today's video, we are going to talk about ECA, which is the first and foremost step in the PR process. We are going to tell you how to create a Wes profile, the timelines involved, and also the utmost thing, how to acquire your transcript from your university. So let's just get into the video.
Okay folks, so the first thing we need to do is Google Wes Canada. Once we do that, we see a series of links for Wes. We need to click on the official link. That would be wes.org. It's either this or this. Clicking on Wes Canada will actually redirect you to the Canadian part of Wes. So there is one is for the United States, the other one is for Canada, and we need to click on the Canadian version. It's not actually a Canadian version, it's just a web page for those of you who want to come to Canada. So there are two ways how you can apply for evaluation. One would be to click on this link which says get an evaluation. Once you do that, you'll be redirected to a web page wherein you'll have to put in all your details, but we are not doing that just yet. So we are going to click on this one which says credential evaluations. So the very first link you see, it says international students, immigrants, so that would be the permanent residents, and job seekers. So here I go on this web page, and you see that it gives you like an overview of everything what you're getting yourself into. So there's evaluation and fees, required documents, degree equivalency, digital badges, and this is a new thing, Wes IGPA calculator. We click on the first link which says evaluation and fees. You'll see that it'll give you various options for students, for people who want to apply for professional license, for employment. Those would be people who already have a job offer in their hands, and immigration. So once we click immigration, you see that it immediately gives us a recommendation. It's sort of a self-serve tool. So it tells you that you should be choosing ECA evaluation, that would be education credential assessment. It's always a good idea to go through the entire web page, so it gives you like an overview of what you're getting yourselves into. We scroll a little further, so it says services and fees, and mind you, this is 35 business days and not a month, so the business days is from Monday to Friday. I'm sure all of you know. We scroll a little further, it tells us what we are getting in 220 Canadian dollars. So it gives us a breakup that you'd be getting an electronic ECA report. That would be the PDF version, which will be uploaded to your Wes profile. You also get an official paper report, which is mailed to you. There are two methods of getting it. One is the express method and the other one is the standard method. We'll dive more into that. Next on the list is ECA report access by IRCC. So basically, when you'd be creating the PR profile, you'd have to upload the PDF version of your Wes report. So your immigration officer who would be looking into your profile would actually tally with Wes whether this is the actual number and whether this is the official report. And the next one is electronic storage of your report and verified transcripts for future use. So your Wes profile, once created, is valid for 5 years. So within those 5 years, if need be, and you have to download your Wes report again, you can download that. So let's take a look at the required documents, because this is the part which actually creates a lot of confusion, even for us. So let's just see what all documents you are required to submit. So equivalency country would be Canada. That's what we are applying for. Applying for IRCC, yes. Country of education. So for me, it was India, so input India. Status of your education, so there is completed and in process. So we have already completed, we'll go with completed. Type of education, I did it from an autonomous body, so it will be non-university postgraduate diploma. Can you write name of institution? For me, it was Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Oops. There it is. So the name of my diploma was postgraduate diploma. And now we'll view requirements. Once we do that, it gives me all the information which I actually required before starting my Wes process. So the first one is statement of marks. So you're required to send in all the mark sheets of all the semesters, be it 6 semesters or 8 semesters. So you have to submit, for each semester you have to send in one mark sheet. Second one is degree certificate. So that would be your degree. And what you need to do, it clearly says that you need to ask your institution to directly send your documents to Wes. In a sealed envelope, you need to send in all your documents. Okay, so the important tip here is if you're sending in all your documents physically in an envelope, then you need to ensure that you're sending it from the same postal code as your university or your college is in. Because if it's coming from a different postal code, Wes will not accept your documents and your process will be delayed. So now that we know what else documents we need to send in, let's go a little down. It says how to send documents. So ensure that you're using your Wes reference number all the time for all the documents which are related to Wes. So you'll be getting this Wes reference number after your profile creation and once you're done with the payment. You do not have to send in your official documents. Please do not do that. You have to send in only the photocopies of all the documents which are required. So that would be the photocopies of all your mark sheets and the photocopy of your degree certificate. And now what we'll do is we'll start an application. Where will you use your evaluation? So for Canada, we'll select Canada. And here you see start an application, where standard application, ECA for IRCC. The first and third is not ours. This is what we need to apply for. So we start application. So if you already have an account, you can simply just log in. If not, then you can create an account by putting in all your information like your first name, last name, date of birth, and if you have a reference number. If you're not done with your payment, you would not have the reference number, so you need to check in no. And then your email address, password, security questions, and all of that. So here you see, since we already have an account and I had already put in all my information, now we need to continue our application. Once we are there, this is the name which we have, the last name, gender, then my email address. Assuming that I'm applying from India, I just put in India as my country, city as Delhi, then my postal code, and my telephone number as well. And this is all the information I have. Then we click on next. There's another important tip here. You do not have to create different profiles from your master's degree and your bachelor's degree, because that way you'll end up spending double from what actually is required. You need to just apply with the highest degree which you have, either PhD, doctorate, master's, bachelor's, whichever you have. And then it will give you a list of all the required documents. We already saw what we needed, all the mark sheets from each semester and the degree certificates. That's enough. Okay, so now we will add credential. So country of education would be India. And I need to add in another credential because I have another degree. That's again done from India. Type of education is master's. I'll just give you a drop down. So here you see I have both my degrees listed here. First one being from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, which was Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication. The other one was from Indian Institute of Mass Communication. That was postgraduate diploma. I'm going to go with next. Now it tells me report recipients. So who all will be getting the reports. This is my delivery address where I want to have it delivered. This is not an actual street, it's just a prototype. And the second recipient would be Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship of Canada. Then I go to next. So again it tells me evaluation types. The primary purpose of this evaluation is immigration because that's what we selected. It again tells me the processing time, so that's 35 business days after the receipt, review and approval of all the documents. It again tells me the package which I should be choosing, that's for $220. We actually did look at it, so all the breakup, what all you'll be getting in this. And then we click next. So this is where you can actually save your extra bucks, guys. You do not have to select tracking. At least I would not suggest that. Do not go with additional tracking information, but to each it's their own. If you really want to track it, then that's up to you. But even with the standard mail, you get that within 15 days, so that should be okay. And second recipient, again, it says that your report will be delivered electronically to IRCC. Then we go on next. Now, coming to by post or by courier delivery, if you're sending in your documents physically, that's where you need to send documents to. So you have to include your Wes reference number, which will be given to you at the time of after your payment, not at the time, after your payment is done. Ensure that you're putting down the address word by word, alphabet by alphabet, and it has to be exactly what it says in here. Now we go to next. This is where it will tell me to review all my applications. So the first name is yours truly, the common central. This is address, the date of birth, just review everything. The primary purpose would be immigration. That's why they're sending it to IRCC. My first name, my last name, my institution, type of education, the year it was awarded in, that was 2010. Next is your evaluation. This is the package which you chose. That's ECA, $220. That's Canadian dollars. Total price comes out to be $230 because that's $220 for the package itself and then additional $10 for having it posted. So that comes to $230 Canadian dollars. Now we go to next. It's processing. So it's telling me to confirm my name, address and everything. I did that. I confirm that all of this is correct. Since our address is of India, so I'm going to say I'm not a resident of Canada at the moment. So it gives me the breakdown. That's the fee summary, $10 for this, $220 for this, harmonized tax because I'm not applying from within Canada and it's from outside of Canada, it's in India. So now the page will tell you to select the payment method. It could be credit card or debit card, check or money order, Western Union, online money transfer. So whichever you want to choose, most of us use credit cards or debit cards. You need to submit and make all the payment, put in your credit card number. So now I'm going to show you how this Wes report actually looks like. So this is my Wes report from when I got my evaluation done. So this is for Canadian equivalency for bachelor's degree for 4 years. And it says here name of the credential, that's my name. Documents was sent directly from the institution. It has my university's name on it. My credential was done for Bachelor's of Journalism. That was the year it was done in. And it tells me that my Canadian equivalency for this particular degree is for bachelor's. That'll be for 4 years. Second one is my Indian Institute of Mass Communications degree. That is again my name, credential authentication, country. Major was done in radio and television journalism, and Canadian equivalency for this one is postgraduate diploma. That would be for 1 year. So this is what an actual Wes report looks like. This is my original Wes report. In this video, we are also touching upon IELTS and how you should be going about with your test and how you should be creating your IELTS profiles. So IELTS is actually conducted by various boards. There is British Council, which is the most trusted and I believe the most popular one. So here we are on British Council's official website. It gives you fee structure for each of the test type. The paper-based IELTS and the computer-delivered IELTS is at 14,700 Indian rupees. That's what you need to click to book your test. So all those who are coming as immigrants, they need to click the general training one and not the academic one. You see it opens a page which says IELTS registration. So this is for academics. That's not what we need to choose. We need to choose for general training, book IELTS general training. So this is our country. Do you need any special arrangements? We'll say no. Let's say we are taking in the month of April. We'll choose our location. So let's say that we are taking this exam in Delhi. So we'll choose Delhi, paper-based and the computer-delivered. So for the paper-based, you actually have to write, like physically write with a pen on a paper. So you can choose your preference. We'll see search for tests. So it can give you a calendar of when you'd be sitting for your reading, writing and your listening test. So for the 13th one, you'll see that it says computer delivered. And then on 14th, it's again on a computer. So you'll have to select each day to see which format is happening on which day. We choose this test and it gives us the time. It says that you have to report at 11:30. So they will be actually checking your passport along with the IELTS registration form. So the test starts at 1 p.m. and ends at 4 p.m. The total test time is for 3 hours. Oh, this is actually interesting. Your speaking test may be delivered over a video call or in person. Then you have to choose your speaking test. So let's say we are giving it on 19th. Let's say at 12:20 we are going to do that. And now ready to book, since we have already chosen all our dates. So that's what we need to do. We need to create an account, put in all our information just as we do for any profile creation, make the payment, and once the payment goes through, you'd be sent an email 5 days before your test date. You'd be given the test center name with proper address and everything. Yes, IELTS can make or break your score, and it was explained by Himanshu in one of our previous videos, which we have linked into this video. Having said that, IELTS is indeed something which is very important, but it's not something which you should be stressing out yourself about. It's something which you should rather be concentrating on. You should be practicing, because you need to understand each module and you should be understanding what is asked of you in each question. So that was all about IELTS and Wes in this video.
Hope ये video आपको informative लगी होगी. We have also uploaded our previous video on how to calculate CRS score, and we will be also making a detailed video for Express Entry profile. So please stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any notification from our channel. Like this video, comment down below, and please share it with your friends. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.